Hello and welcome to the STB Racing League Season 19 here for the French Grand Prix for Tier 1. Obviously Tier 1 with a different calendar to the other two tiers. It's out of sync compared to the rest of the league, but nevertheless the season goes on in the calendar it now is at. Obviously it's slightly shorter, but still quite a long season ahead. Now we're here in France, all nice and shiny and bright with the blue stripes across the whole track. We had some decent races here in the other two tiers. I think tier 2 was okay. I don't remember because I didn't last week on that race. And tier 3 I think was quite a really good race at the end. So I'm looking forward for a good race here in tier 1. France, also known for its ability to really catch you off guard with track limits. They're very harsh, but it is so easy and tempting to really use those curves and really take advantage of them. And that also comes with a big risk of invalidating your laps and getting your penalties. So I think I must just disconnected from the lobby. So I'm going to try and go back in. That's quite easy to do in this game. I did it a couple times myself actually. I can't remember, it was stressful. I don't even know myself anymore. I was IMS Vipers, so I don't even know. But I'm just going to both of them. I can't remember who's who. I think it was Viper. I'm not sure who it was actually. It was one of the AMS guys anyway. Invite. I suppose both of them in fact. I don't know. But we've got 15 cars here today, which I think is about the same we had about Portugal. Roughly around there. Portugal. But the Portugal was actually a really good race at the end. It was great to commentate on. And hoping for another good race today. I think this track is, apart from the track changes in undulation and all the roller coaster from Portugal, I think in terms of the corners itself, not too different from Portugal actually. It's got some long apex corners, some long sweeping corners that can be quite understeery. It's all about taking the right line, getting good exits, make sure you keep the speed out of the traction zones. And it all favours smoothness and precision, just to say, not precision. So we've got STB nice with a 29.1. I'm expecting these lap times. I mean, on the softs, I'm expecting these to be 28, similar for the quicker guys. But on the mediums, I think what a lot of people might be trying to do might be end up being the mid 29s. Trace, I don't have a clue what lap he did. What tie did it on? Saying mediums, I think that was, yeah. So I say mediums for him. So yeah, you can just see that difference of 4 or 5 tenths difference between the softs and the mediums. I mean, the soft tires can probably make you increase by about 5-10, about 50 tenths here and there. But obviously, those soft tires do fall off quite quickly around here. So the scene those soft tires of the preferred strategy is mediums to hard. But I think you can make the soft to hard work. I don't really know, I can't remember myself because tier 2 had a few safety cars here. And tier 3 I think had a couple of safety cars as well, which didn't really give a really good indication of what strategy it was. I know I'm pretty sure it is a mediums to hard is the best strategy around here. Hence why so many people on the medium tyres. But I wouldn't be surprised if 1 or 2 people might go for the softs. Just try and help somebody like Alfie or Tijo Loro might try and go for the softs. Just try and go on the softs, and if you're just going to improve a lap, just he needs 4 tenths just to get P4. So I don't know how this NNT Boulogne guy has just joined. I don't know how he's joined. Shouldn't be able to. Currently lap with Mari. Improve on lap stopping. Good qualified sessions for Mari so far. Still alright in the top 10. We've got 4 people that said lap, which is a little bit worrying. He's just such king, are really going to commit to these curves. Oh, it's not what we want. Right. Hold on. Trying to get him out of here. It's not supposed to be in here. Don't know. Yeah, managed to get him out, but it's a bit late in the end, but at least it's not going to be in, but hopefully this car should be there in the race. Otherwise I'll make it a bit more of a kerfuffle for the rest of the race, but at least he's out. It shouldn't be in. I don't know how you got in here, because we have a limited time amount of spaces. I think there must be something, there's some bug with the spaces, because people are still able to join when there's a max limit of drivers. We set it to 17, 15 drivers and 2 commentators. So I'm not sure how he's able to join. It's always a bit confusing to be honest. Anyway, got Nath. He's finally back at the top again. Got another set of softs, and that could ruin his chances strategy-wise. It could not really favour him too much. Triss is going out for another lap on the set of mediums, so his tyres are going to be a bit warm. But I can see in this race. Not sure, that's a weird line to take for the start. Very, very strange. Get tight. I'm not sure how long Melody is going to be. He is in a party, but it's just sorting a few things out with Twitch and just trying to upload. Yeah, he's trying to sort these out. So what exactly what he's trying to do, but he's trying to sort something out in the background. We just haven't heard of him from him yet. Just trying to level up on those mediums, but I'm not sure he's going to get much faster to be honest, because he's already done 2 laps on those tyres. So I don't see how he's going to improve on that with such worn tyres, unless he's made some mistakes where he can capitalise from. But just if you don't want to do too many laps on those tyres, or yeah, just pushing the trainers too much. And all he's done now, is that he's worn those mediums more than he should have. Like, I don't see why he's trying to improve, because there's no way he's going to improve by 3.5 pence trying to catch CAC in their stops. So I mean, it was not going to happen. So all he's done is done an extra couple laps of wear on tyres that just got a start time, and it didn't change anything. Garku's in the pit, so he's not going to improve. Wipers, I believe, on a lap 50 years. Catch up with some people a bit further ahead. Got Nate. I think the next one actually set a competitive lap time. So same ball as him. Towards this the final 2 corners. It's very easy to get this one wrong. You've got to take the right line, try and open this corner up as much as possible. Get good traction, go as early as possible, keep to the left of the track. Line's quite far away, it's a 28.6. I was waiting for a good lap there, and that was one. Apparently he's had no practice, but I know Nathan's a very, very quick driver. I think Viper's just popped in a 29.0. So still 4 tenths off the PSR driver. Not Kaki for being really a cheat driver. It's not a really good done job. And for P5 in tier 1, I thought Phoenix has managed to get up and finally got some cool people for getting some laps in. To the pay, got 4 laps. I mean, they got 1 lap in. I wonder if they did that on purpose. I wonder if that was I wonder if that's a tactical move there. Because I think they don't want to be in the top 10. They want to start outside the top 10, have fresh tyres. I think that's what might happen there. I know for Philippe anyway. I know I'm pretty sure I did it on purpose. It was a planned move. You know what? I'll message him after the race. I'm not going to message him now. So here are your results for STB Tier 1 qualifying for France. And I haven't got any much time left, but there it is. Nathan pole, Trojolaro in 2nd, and Vipers in 3rd. Norris in 4th, Mario 5th, and Kaki in 6th. And I think it was Tris in 7th. I didn't have much time there to really call out. I'm still waiting for Maldi. He is here somewhere. Oh, okay. That's weird. I had the time starting notification come from the top there to come for the start to countdown, but then it just went back away again. I wonder if that pit lane disadvantage is a thing on this game like it's in real life for the Mercedes pit garage, because you have to take a longer line to get your car in line with the pit garage. I wonder if that's a thing in the game. I wonder if actually the Mercedes garage actually will cost you a bit of time. Because if you're a Red Bull or McLaren or any other team, you take the bend left like normal. But in Mercedes, you've got to keep going to the right and then come back into the pit. Then you've got to come out. It makes your pit entry a lot longer into your box. So I don't know if that's a thing in this game, Charles. I never really thought about that. But it's should be an interesting one. Like I said, the strategy could be massive in this race. Whether there's people in the softs, it depends on the safety cars. Can those softs get to the end? Can they not? I mean, can they make their one-stop work on those softs? Whether they can last long enough to extend them enough to get onto those mediums? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is possible. Probably more than possible, but it depends how long they can keep those tyres in good condition. Their softs will fall off, and I'm pretty sure the rest of the guys on mediums will be looking to get up in that. And Jules out of the lobby. Can't exit this thing. Hold on. More people disconnected. I think. I think Jules just left because there's no force feedback. Well, if you have no force feedback, then you should know that ages ago before we start the race. I mean, I can get no force feedback quite often. But normally it's fixed by a quick reset of the wheel, disconnected by the plug, and then reconnected again, switching it off, and it fixes itself and then pull back again within 20 seconds. So I'm not sure how he's Norris is lagging, I'm not gonna lie. Vipers is in AI mode, so I don't know what he's doing. It's an interesting one. Let's get the strategy back on. I'm still waiting for Maldi to come in. The tyres here, got blonde shots to AI, so he won't actually be here. But obviously, apart from that, everyone else has gone for the hard tyres. Jules not in either, because apparently his wheel's not working, so I think he's just less, so actually probably down to 14 here. Yeah, that seems to be it, but I think quite a lot of people end up doing laps to softs there. But let's see how this goes. Could be safety cars. Safety cars could always affect the race. It can be a disadvantage to your advantage. Depends what tyres you're on, what position you're in, and when and where it's done in the track. But cars, it's been quite. I feel like it's been quite a long formation lap. I feel like it's taken quite a while. Some cars trying to batter and get through each other. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, the cars are finally coming to line up the grid for this Tier 1 race. Only I think round 3, I think, for Tier 1. About 3 races behind. The line up the grids now. It's going to be Tier 1 is quite an unforgiving corner. There's always some instance, we've seen it in real life, we've seen it with in fact the team, like in Tier 2. There's always some instances, always people trying to cut off and try and get around. It's quite easy to bluff here. And like, we've got glitched lights here. And now the lights off there, now it's fireflights. It's fireflights there, and now away we go for the French Grand Prix. We've got Nathan has a decent-ish start. He's got to get protected from that, he's protect himself from the Haas. It's now 3 wide. I think the AI's had a jump start. And I'm hearing some crunches. I'm not sure if it might be from the AI. But Darren's going side by side. And another Mercedes going round! That's Goku's. Goku has gone flying across the circuit at the exit of turn 2. And that's his start over. It's not his race over. It doesn't look anything. I don't think he's got any damage. So we've got always some contact, I think, with the Red Bull and the Ferrari. We've got the McLaren's going side by side now. And some more yellow flags. I think it might be the Ferrari. I'm not sure. Some more yellow flags going on. Another Mercedes. There's a Mercedes against Tris this time. So both Mercedes having spins at the start of this race, but they're not too far behind. So it's not like they've got a broken front wing and they, have to pit early. But, it's still early in this race. They can still close up. There can still be safety cars. They can close up to this. They can hope everyone else battles. We've got Red Bulls and stuff going side by side. We've got Ferrari and the Red Bull, got Alf and Kevin side by side into the long right-hander. Who will back out? Who will try and hold it out? So we've got Kevin on the mediums and Alf on the soft. Everyone else is on the hards behind them. So the hard runners looking to. Oh no! AlphaTauri's gone wide. That's Phoenix. And the 2 McLarens, the 2 Brazilians go sweeping through. And it's just a small mistake cost such big dearly. He's drifting because the car's sliding. Really sliding around those medium speed corners. Got Nath, who is led the first lap, hasn't been able to pull away from Tigiolaro. We've got MS Vipers and Nice behind. Everyone's pretty much within DRS range from top 6. I feel like there might be some little bit of contact earlier. I think that's what separated the soft runners from everyone else. Alfie's kind of the one that's out of sync compared to the rest of the soft runners. So Alfie really needs to push. Because otherwise he's going to start falling into the grips of other people on a lot better tyres. Better race tyres. Tyres that are probably in better condition as well. Might be a bit slower in terms of compounds, but that was irrelevant after a few laps. Really using some overtake, trying to catch up to Kevin. Really using a lot. I don't think Kevin's going to fight this, to be honest. He knows that he's going to be faster later in the race, but he's still got the inside anyway, and he's held off through up the inside, and Alfie's lost it, and Hardy's now left the session. I don't know what's going on to Maggio now. I don't know what's happened. Anyway, Kevin's managed to hold on to that P7. I don't know if Maldi's actually going to be commentating at all this race. I don't know. She's on Discord or anything. I've not heard anything from Maldi. Not sure where he is, but we need to keep continuing anyway because we've still got a race to commentate. And luckily, I'm the one that's streaming, so the stream will go on. I see Norris just looks laggy right now. Jittery. Oh, like you can get, you know what I mean? Not great at South African kind of connections using like. Is it Twitch glitch? Well, I don't think it's a Twitch glitch because I think Twitch is really fine because we've got 4 people watching the stream. So everything's fine on my end. I can hear you, Meldy.
I'm very sorry, man. I'm trying to get into the lobby before I was just sitting. I was loaded on the loading screen. But back in basically.
That's fine, but Boomerang's just made a big mistake out of the chicane, and now the Goku's all over the place. Sorry for Melody.
I will explain when the race calms down.
But it's calmed down a little bit, but we've still got a battle to go on. Nath is... Well, we've got Tujalara and Vipers within half a second of the 3 cars. Going around the second to last corner. Nath is unable to pull away, but look, he didn't have any practice. He is leading the race. It depends on qualifying, but maybe a little bit of lack of practice. Maybe just need to shave off some of that rust. Get into some rhythm.
Sorry, Matt, I'm going to take over now because I am the head commentator on the best. TJ then. And there's been a bit of contact there between him and Ferrari. They come through sector 1 now. They are down here. We've had one French one. I don't know why there's 16 in the lobby, but okay.
Yeah, one of those guys joined during just like at the start of in qualifying. And I'm actually it was Nate. You can look at the position changes.
Okay, interesting. Bad start from Trista. I'm guessing he was involved in a collision.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry, Matt, we've got Vipers
6,
then in the DRS. He's having a great race. He's going to go up the inside of the Aston Martin as well. He's got the overtake done on the hard side, going to try to come back at him.
Oh! Vipers really squeezed Tujalaro.
Nice, going to get on him now. Interesting line there from the Brazilian. This is a great race, Matt. This is what we expected still on. Mara comes out in the P5 here. Great start from her. Kaiki P6. I'm quite enjoying this.
You can really tell the difference in pace difference between the soft and the medium and hard runners right now. There's definitely a big gap formed there. Just about 4 seconds. And it's just showing that the soft's quite quick at the start, but they're going to start falling off in his next few laps. I don't know for me, but it looks like Norris has a bit of lag issues right now. He does look a bit faulty. He's in the pit lane. I thought he was carrying on going, but no, he's in the pit. Very laggy entry into the pits, but he is in the pits. Very, very, very early stop. We've got Alfie in the pits as well, so obviously not enjoying those softs. And I want to get them off as quickly as possible. I'm presuming that might push them into a 2-stop. Yep, it is set mediums for Norris. And Alpha into mediums. So yeah, that is a guaranteed 2-stopper. I'm not sure if that's going to work out, to be honest. It's a very, very slow pit lane and a very long pit lane. You're going to lose a good 25, 26 seconds around here doing a pit stop. It's a long pit lane. So I'm not sure that's the way to go. But it's just the characteristics of the track and the way that pit lane is. I don't think it'll work out.
And Viper, sorry, Matt Viper to get the overtake done on Nathan. He's done it.
Oh, was close on the braking. I think Nathan a little more comfortable brakes there. Vipers leads the rear end a little bit. Nathan got a little bit more ERS than Vipers. Got more yellow flags, I think. I'm not sure where that was. It might have been somebody at turn 1. I'm not sure what that was. Hey, it's very, very close. This top 3, they've been nose to tail pretty much since lap 1. No penalties so far, which is, I mean, I know it's France, it's only lap 5, but it is France, and sometimes we see penalties after like 2 laps. So, quite clean race so far.
That is so funny you said that. I'll tell you something, Mari's looking very
Oh! Good. Nathan inside of Vipers there into the last corner. I think just trying to put off Vipers there. Vipers just giving enough room there.
Great race so
far. Looking at the inside. Oh, inside of turn 1. Oh, I backed out. Oh, that might be a corner cut there. That might be a warning, but he's got to watch out. You don't want to battle somebody in front and then compromise yourself, and then suddenly you've got 3 cars trying to push past you.
Angles are really not doing it round France at the minute. It's really hard to see what's going on.
Right. I don't like it, sector 3, I don't like it.
She's got pace now.
Yeah, it's about who can make these soft tyres, keep them in good and best nick as possible. She looks like she's keeping those tyres the best condition. She's been out of this battle and looks like she's closing in.
And now back up the inside. Things come back.
Oh, Mari's having a bit of a sniff up inside of Churchill, and she tries. Oh, and she's lost the rear end. Yeah, she's managed to hold it. Yeah, but she's held it. She held it. That's the main thing, that she kept it out of the barriers.
This is incredible. Sorry, Vipers running outside again. Oh, no, this is the better line now.
Phoenix is round. Phoenix is round.
We don't care about Phoenix. We care about Vipers. Going to get on the curve and use that to his advantage there as they come through the second sector now. Oh, that was aggressive there from the Ferrari. Great move from Vipers there. And yes, yeah, you were right. The Phoenix there has span out and back down in P12. This is an incredible race, Matt. And Nate has had a better corner there.
I just said Mari had the best tyre that I won. She's the one who pitted. So either a very early stop onto the hards, or it's a very late stop onto the mediums.
No, good defending there from Vipers. Nate.
Oh, there is a touch.
Nate is definitely on pace at the minute, but it's definitely helping Kevin.
Oh yeah, for sure. That gap was. Yeah, that gap between Kevin and the soft runners was about nearly 4 seconds at one stage. So it's closed down by about 1.5 seconds now. It's gone down to 2.2. That gap is coming down very quickly now. That was 2.8 about 3 corners ago. That gap's coming down very quickly now. I think those soft tyres are really going to start falling off.
Matt, what do you reckon about undercut? Do you think Mari has got it in there to get the undercut done?
I mean, what tyre has she gone to?
Medium.
That's a 2-stop, so I don't know. Because you're not getting. I don't think you get to do 20 laps of the same mediums. I mean, you could, but it's a little push. But the hard tyres is definitely a better tyre to go on this early on. Okay. So I think that might be That might be a very aggressive 1-stop or a 2-stop. Oh, I'm not sure those tyres will get to the end. But you know, we will see.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
Tier 1 and Tier 2. Oh, and everyone else is in the pits. Everyone's down in the pits. Oh, and Vipers is ghosting, and then Vipers actually ghosting into there. And very, very close between the 3 cars here. Oh, and the pit lane, the top 3.
The French Grand Prix.
Yeah, Aston Martin peels in. Then the Ferrari will peel in, and then the Haas back of the pit lane, but then pit. It's all about Aston Martin. Oh, that Aston Martin might go ahead there. Inside each other, and the Ferrari keeps the lead. And it has comes up literally. They are nose to tail coming that pit lane. That's how close it was.
Incredible. Norris has also got the undercut. I think Mari's ahead now as well. She's got the undercut on them brake.
Kevin's got that gap down to 1.5 seconds. That gap's gone down by 1.3 in 1 lap. Those softs are just done compared to those mediums now. Those mediums are definitely the better tyre now. And Viper's onto another set of softs.
Interesting stuff there from Viper.
Nath and Tijolaro have both gone to the hard, so that's the strategy I was expecting. Not onto the softs. I mean, I wouldn't even go onto the softs again because they're not a good race tyre. I'll just do mediums. Because at least then you've got good tyres on most of the roads. I feel like Mari is kind of messed up there as well with medium tyres.
I don't really understand why Viper has. He's not going to get the gap out, I don't think, because obviously Nave and Tijo, calling Tijo because obviously I don't think obviously they're quick, aren't they? So I don't know, but I've got a little battle commencing now between the 4 Brazilians: Kaiki, Kevin, Altazin, and Felipe.
Oh, Kevin's up the inside of Kaki. Kaki's got no pace left.
Arthur's rallying outside, going to have to go off the circuit. Felipe's going to get involved as well. Look at these, linked out.
Kaki's got no tyres left at all now compared to those rest of those hard and soft front runners.
Look at these lean down.
The softs are just. Yeah, they're softs probably not like terrible, but they're just a lot slower now. They're just struggling for what they are.
Helping not Arthur, sorry, Kevin get ahead.
Kaki will need to pick this lap. He's just losing even more time having to fight these guys.
I'm not sure. I really don't want to be, you know, not horrible, but, you know, negative. I don't know why Viper's gone for top. Maybe we could be expecting some rain. Maybe it's thought about the rain period, Matt. I don't know, because the clouds are looking quite dark at the moment.
Yeah, it's still sunny, but the clouds definitely bubbling up. As we know in this game, the clouds just appear. I mean, we saw what happened in France Tier 3. Like, it went from literally sunny to, like, dark clouds to rain within about 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, that was at France, wasn't it?
So, that was at France in Tier 3. Then what happened to, I can't remember where it was now. somebody went on intermediates when it was still sunshiny, and then suddenly it started raining about 5 minutes later, and it was
Oh
like
yeah,
on
that
the way. That's Martin, I think it was.
I say Jackson.
It might have been actually. Yeah.
Keiki's pulled into the pit lane. Yeah, so it's very interesting. But Matt, I'm interested because Keiki has also gone on a set of softs. So there could be rain on the horizon here in France.
Yeah,
could have some rain.
It is looking very cloudy now. It is gone overcast. There's no longer any sun. So maybe that's why some people. Maybe that's why Kevin's on the mediums. He thinks he can get those mediums to the ring period instead of the hards. But it's not like he's got a pace advantage over those guys in the hards yet.
Yeah, Matt. I think we're probably expecting now. I think yeah, because it makes sense now.
Philippe's up the inside of Arthur, but then Arthur was very close to Kevin, and I think Philippe knew if he went up the inside of Arthur, he can go up the inside and hit Kevin. So we've had many of those over the last few seasons where people trying to overtake somebody and then punt the person ahead of that person trying to overtake.
Nathan getting involved with the pair of Mari and Nico. Getting very feisty. But Viper doesn't seem to have right pace on the spots. If it does not rain, but I think rains and then a little cloud.
Yeah. If it is going to rain, why did Nathan Tijo go on the hards?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Very interesting. It's caused a lot of discussion in the combat tonight, hasn't it, man? Loads of action.
It always does.
Loads of action STB tonight. And I'm here for it. Kevin then looks to his tyres to be going off the moment now. This is what's going to help Alpazin and Felipe as they come through the first section now.
Kevin started P9, so he did do qualifying on those mediums. So they've not just done 10 laps, they've done qualifying as well. So those tyres are maybe about 13 laps old. Yeah, he's did qualifying on those tyres, so those tyres are definitely going to be starting going off now. Those hards were fresh for the start of the race. So they've got a few more laps in them, and they're a harder compound, so those mediums will be going off now. There's the Gokus.
It just looked like Gokus is struggling at the minute on those mediums. He's got tripped right on the back of him.
Oh yeah, right on the back of him, but yeah, they almost pushed him, and I think he's just let him through.
Yeah, so going to be
they're on same age tyres. I think Trish is older. Trish has started qualifying.
Great battle going on with Nate and Tijo. Tijo is through now on the Aston Martin. So he's kicking off here in France. Looks like there's a bit of sun coming through as well. So it's really kicking off here in Purified. It's only lap 11 now. Seems like we've had a whole race.
Yeah. Like I need a bit of support for this race, and I finally got it.
Yeah, well, I'm just going out. As the race has calmed down a little bit, Matt, there has been a glitch with Twitch. We're not the only ones that have the YouTube connection taken off from our profile. I'm logged into it. But, yeah, basically, there's a glitch with Twitch that doesn't actually let you connect. I've managed to get into the account, but I can't connect it, so there's a problem with Twitch. Anyway, talking of problems, one of the problems with the McLarens, they're going to be 1-2 in France. And Kevin now has been overtaken. A bit aggressive there from Felipe. But yeah, he's got the overtake done on his from Kevin. And he's on the back of Arthur. Arthur? I don't know. But there you go. But yes, I can clarify that we will be getting the YouTube uploads just not as quickly as we hope. Talking of quickly, Tijo's coming down the straight, quick on the back of his fellow countryman, FXBR Mari. There's some Brazilians here now. So we're back to the old F1 2020 days for STB, so it's good. And Kevin is in the bits.
Yeah, I think that's the plans. That's sounds alright. 15, about 16 left on those hards to the end of the race.
Interesting.
He's got a penalty. Penalty is coming now.
And it is starting to rain.
Is it? It is.
It's raining now.
Why?
Kevin has
Why
made
is
a
Kevin?
big mistake here in France. He has blown his chances. His intermediate very soon, Matt. We've got Jules AI's coming to the pits as well. But yeah, major scenes. This has really helped Vipers here. Because he's got the jump on Nate. But good strategy from Felipe and Arthur.
I mean, Kevin, I mean, he could have tried and stayed out longer. Well, I don't know whether his tyres could do it or not. Because medium's obviously not going to last as long. But obviously I think that's what Swiss is trying to do, trying to hold off his tyres and start going off. But I mean, if he was going to pit anyway, at least gone to the softs. That's what my logic says anyway.
See, I told you, Matt. See, there's always an explanation with Vipers. Vipers has been known, since his F1 2014 days, he's been known for his strategy calls. You know, way back in season 6, like those days when he was, you know, up there as well. So, just by different names. Yeah, great strategy call from Vipers there. I don't think the victory is possible for him, considering that Arthur and Felipe started on hards. That was a golden strategy from those two.
Now I see why Vipers were on the softs. See why he did that now.
Yeah, and he's going to be so quick.
It all makes sense.
It's going to be so quick compared to Phoenix and Marino now, but he has to be quick.
The softs are actually better because obviously the temperature stays a lot better in these when the track gets colder in this rain conditions. Also, don't forget, I mean, yeah, he's also done 6 laps now, but his hards have also done 13 laps. So it kind of cancels that out. So it's just going to be a lot quicker anyway.
Yeah. But Phoenix is on the back of the Marino, who is going to be racing CFT tomorrow. The British Grand Prix. Do join me for that tomorrow. Bramley unfortunately won't be with us. Or won't be with me, but I'm sure we'll have a great time, ladies and gentlemen, at the British Grand Prix next week, Tier 2.
He's making a move. Up the inside goes Phoenix. He's a bit of a shove. The Red Bulls keeps his nose in there. And he's kept the move. He's got the move done, Phoenix, in the end. But I don't think Iberin doesn't have the RS to really battle into it. He doesn't have the straight line speed. His straight line speed is a lot stronger than Phoenix is, so watch out. That corner's going to start getting slippery soon.
Vipers need to try and get through before the intermediate stage.
Yeah, I mean, if you get past these guys, that's point them ahead net-wise before they get going to the intermediate. If it gets wet now and then going to
I mean, Matt, sorry to cut you off. Chris is going to make as well. The Mercedes drivers have done an absolute mazzoline here in France. They've done a mazzoline.
Nave is currently in P11.
Yeah, and he was
if we're going to Inters now, he will be P11 probably by the time we go into Inters period. He was P1 about 10 laps ago.
Crazy, but anyway, he's in the situation with Mario. Mario's got DRS on Tigo as they come down into turn 1. Nate just can't seem to get past these two Brazilians now.
Yeah, and DRS is also going to affect. Yeah,
right, Vipers is closing in now on front 3.
It wasn't a good corner, that was good hesitancy.
He's getting hard now, but he's getting very close now. This is what we want to see what this is. Actually insane. Like, this is probably like we've just had banging races this season, mate. You see what since we started. Brazil was banging, Portugal was amazing last week, and now we're at Paul Ricciardo. I'm loving this season so far.
Yeah. Vipers is really trying to push, but can't use this overtake. Rance is not very nice on its overtake. To be honest, can't really use much. You don't really save much.
Yeah, 8% at the minute.
Get ahead yet.
Look at Gokush though, he's ready for that intermediate period to attack. He's on 95% ERS. Right, see if the drivers are going to pick for intermediate. It's going to be difficult as well for McLaren because they're 6/10 gap. They're going to have to double stack, so it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if the rain period comes, maybe if the rain comes at a funny point, maybe we can have one person maybe just pit just before the switchover period and one pit the next lap just after the switchover period. So you just hope that rain comes and that
we've got someone in the pit lane. Trent is in the pit. He's gone for hard compound tyres.
I don't know. I mean, is the rain going to stop soon? Is the rain not going to be coming down hard enough to make it wet in the first place to get down to intermediate?
Actually, a crazy race right now. I'm loving every minute of this Grand Prix.
Personally, I'm not a big fan of these races where it rains, makes the track a bit greasy, but never actually gets wet.
Imagine that.
Enough to get intermediates. I don't actually like that.
I think
So like he doesn't like it. Norris is all over the place though. Yeah. And he's got TJ around the outside, but he's got penalties like inside. Well, he's got DRS.
Matt, I think the driver which would really want intermediates, like the intermediate stage, is Vipers at the moment. He's right on that P3 now. Oh, it's kicking off, brick-wise.
Yeah, I've got 3 different tyre compounds in this little battle here.
Great little battle, isn't it?
It's all going up. A couple of hard runners, and we've got medium runners, but Goku's tyres are really going off now. He's on over half a race now on his mediums. Arthur's in, which means Philippe will go for another lap.
Right then, let's see if they're going to go on Inters. We've got Gokus in the pits, Vipers are going to carry on. So, Gokus, let's have a look. Norris is in as well. This could be crucial for his race.
Set mediums for Arthur.
Gokus is on hard. What is he on hard for?
Well, Arthur's gone to set mediums. Maybe they think this rain's not going to wear it down enough.
What is going on?
Maybe I don't think the rain's coming down hard enough for intermediates, and maybe the rain's going to stop soon.
I am so confused right now. This is crazy. I'm actually baffled. What is going on?
I remember that race. I missed this race actually back in season 14 or something. Yeah, it was British. I think it was on F1 2018, and we had like rain. I think it was rain the whole race, but it was a slicks the whole race because the intermediates never really came in. But it just rained the whole race from literally from lights out to back. Yeah, Norris did look like he was struggling. I was on board with him earlier as a safety car now.
What's happened there then?
That could be for Norris.
Oh, no,
I don't see anyone else out to us. Maybe soft tyres have really. I've lost.
Why did they pick Inters? Because the track looks.
I don't think it's wet enough, Baldy.
I'm so confused.
You'll know soon.
What is going on?
I just don't think it's wet enough. We've had these situations before. I just told you we've had these situations before where the track just never really gets wet enough.
Right, Philippe's in the pit lane. Let's see what tyres they're all going to go on. Mediums.
I mean, it's the same situation we had the same situation was in Turkey. It was yesterday for the real life race. It was raining. It was not really raining that much, but it just never really dries. But with this situation, it's the other way around.
What?
But it's the same thing effectively.
What?
It's just not wet enough.
Going on intermediate. Is this when it's raining on our screen? I reckon it's raining on our screen, but it's not raining on theirs.
I mean, I don't know, but if it is raining on their screen, I mean, we did see Tris. Was it Tris? Go on to another set of softs. So maybe he knew that the rain's coming, but just never really got wet enough. And I think that's what's happened. I think they knew there was going to be rain coming.
Oh, there might be some contact, between Tris and his teammate Gokus, because Gokus has broke his front wing as well, and Tris is also in the pit lane as well to change his front wing. And he's got a strong guy anyway, a strong tyre, it's nice. Don't know why, because the safety car has been deployed.
Did somebody just join or leave then? Also, Norris is the tiring. I don't know why he's in that. I don't know either, to be honest.
But I'm so confused.
We've got a bit of variation here on tyre compounds. TJ decided to stay on his hards. We've seen this twice. We've seen this in Brazil on Tier 1. And we saw this, I can't remember what race it was. We had somebody else, I think it was Tier 2, I think it was, where somebody else stayed on a set of hards.
Matt, is it even raining? Because I'm so confused right now.
It is raining. It's definitely raining. You can see it on the track as well. It's definitely raining. It's just not wet enough. It's just not raining down hard enough to make it wet. Or wet enough. It looks wetter off board, to be honest. It looks quite wet off board.
Oh yeah, it does. I'm just a bit confused. You can see a bit of spray as well.
It does look like it does start to. It looks wetter though. It definitely looks wetter in that second sector.
Yeah, but it's definitely looking like intermediate.
Or third
He
sector.
goes in the pit
Start.
lane. Is he going to go for the gap? No, he's not. He was just in the pit then. I swear someone was going in the pit lane. I'm so confused, Matt.
Oh! Oh! And Kevin's got damage. I think Nate had to slam the brakes because he's about to hit the Vipers. Kevin then hit the back of Nate. Maury then hit the back of Kevin. But Hawaii's now in the pit. Kage, I think, then hit Maury as well.
Right, let's see what Maury's going to do.
It definitely looks wetter today. It does look wetter. It took a long time. It is another set of mediums. I just don't think it. I just don't think it. I mean, it looks wet though. I mean, I do think this game needs to be fixed in this with its conditions because I do feel like the track looks too wet for what it actually is.
I actually reckon now, based on what we're seeing at the minute, I'm actually convinced it's not actually raining on their screen. Like I'm actually convinced now. This is actually crazy.
Is there somebody streaming? Is somebody streaming in Tier 1 right now?
I don't know.
Kevin probably is. No, Kevin sometimes likes to stream his race. I don't know who he does.
Let me quickly have a look, and then I will get back to you.
Because that is a bit strange. I mean, it does look wet. It does look
give me a quick
more than wet, but I know in this game, when it rains, when it's sometimes wet, it can look wet, but it doesn't actually feel wet. It doesn't really feel like it's to you that wet yet.
I can confirm.
Personally,
I can confirm that it is raining. We've just had confirmation that it is raining here in France. How on earth are these guys still going around on these slick compound tyres? What is going on?
I just think the game.
Is this a repeat of Tier 3? I think this might be a repeat of Tier 3 now, where the drivers didn't. Only one driver went on intermediate, or no one did, and then they all came in when the safety car went in for intermediates. This track is wet right now.
I know it's been wet for the last 3 laps.
This track is just better than that, guys. This is actually ridiculous.
But I mean, Tojilara, I don't know what he's trying to do. I mean, I don't know why he's on the hards. We've seen this multiple times before, where we've seen this and stayed out.
I'm genuinely baffled right now. This is going to be.
There's people pitting now. There's more people pitting now. There's people pitting.
Oh, right, okay.
Intermediates, I think. I think he's inters. Inters. These are inters.
Here we go. Chris is in. Mari's in the pit lane. Intermediate. Alpine have got intermediates. Here we go.
Williams got intermediates. Alfa Romeo got intermediates.
This is incredible, man. This is going to be crazy restart of the French Grand Prix.
And I think the safety car will come in this lap because we had 3 laps of the safety car now, so they've got to catch up. And I think this might, if it gets wet enough. If it gets wet enough, because AI pitted as well. Belunge and Joule are both pitted, and they AI. So that tells us that is the proper time. That is the time to pit for intermediates. And Vipers is left.
Yeah, contacting with the safety car.
Yeah, but I think this. I mean, this right. I think Amos Tris for the win.
This is mad. Like, this is actually crazy. Like, this is probably one of the craziest races I've ever watched in my life.
And the safety car is going to come in this lap because it's been out for a good 3 laps now.
Well, it depends if these people catch up, but they will because they're 8 seconds. They're on much better tyres as well.
Oh yeah, they'll catch up by the time it gets to the start sector 3. Which is just after the chicane.
This is mad. It's going to be Tris, Kaiki, both Tier 2 drivers battling between Murray behind. Everyone else.
There you go. There's that confirmation. Safety car is in this lap.
This is mad.
Safety car is in this lap. Are we going to see some skittering around people on slicks trying to hold off?
Oh no.
This is going to be some Russia.
Oh no.
It took a few. Was it 2 weeks ago?
This is literally a repeat of Tier 3.
I don't know. I thought Tier 3. I think more people pitted. I think that was later on.
Right,
so he was just trying to stick out.
Sorry, let's have a look if Tijo's going to pit. Same with Felipe, and it's not even the final corner. This is
Yeah,
crazy.
still got 8 minutes to think.
Let's hope there's
Safety
no...
car is pinning in now.
Oh, God.
Really trying to walk the tyres up. I mean, I don't know if really bother. It's just going to turn into a boat. He's not pissing.
TJ's not pitting. They're not pitting.
They're
Why
not
aren't they
pitting.
pitting?
They're not
What's
pitting.
going on?
And the Ferrari's going to pit.
Oh,
That's
no.
why Pits is in.
Oh, no.
He's only one side of the pit.
Oh, no. Oh,
Goku's in the pits. Got 2 people committed to it. I think it's still a bit too early to stay out of those slicks a minute. I think it's still too. It's just a bit too early.
Goku's on intermediate. Goku's
Stay
on
on slicks.
intermediate.
I'm going on with Triss here. Triss is not having his way through. Triss is not really closing up.
What
I
is
mean, the
going on?
AI's
This is
overtaking.
mega.
The AI's overtaking like mad. And Triss is just. I mean, what? This is last season. This is Tier 1 last season.
This
This reminds me now.
Here we go. We've got Alfie struggling on this split compound.
This is literally Tier 1 last
this is
season.
literally
Half the
Tier 1
grid
last
was
season.
intermediates.
Oh my God.
We've literally got half the grid on slicks and half the grid on intermediates.
This is crazy. After P3 then, he's on the back of Felipe. We've got Phoenix in there. Naves up there. We've got Fabrino up there. We've got Triss now. Oh, look at this.
I mean, luckily last season in Tier 1, I was the one actually on the intermediates.
Triss is up the inside. Here we go. Triss has got the move. Then good on the Red Bull. That's one place up. Just in a P7 and it's been a crash.
Oh, massive crash! Oh! And Triss had to take a void in action. He didn't have to. The ghosting. And Marin and Kevin have gone through. Who was that? As Alfie Nath. I think he's been caught in that as well. Nath has been caught in that. Arthur's been caught in that. And Phoenix has been. There's a 4-car crash there. And that was predicted in these weather conditions. And those slicks are really struggling. And they're really struggling themselves. And I think that's caught them out. And that's created that crash.
Mega. Oh, Maury's up in the P3. Most of the position. Look at this round. The final corner.
Oh, Maury, where did she come from?
Is this going to be the victory
And
for Maury?
Trish is in the pits. Trish is in the pits.
Safety car
Why is Trish in the pits? Why is he pitting though?
Trish might have
Do you have damage? Oh, you what? Just I don't know. I think this might. I don't know. This might just screwed over Philippi and Tijolaro and Vibrain. I think it just might just screw them over.
What is
Because
going on?
the safety car.
Mega Man. I am actually blown away by the content that we are getting from this season. I am blown away. Like, this is the content
I'm
that we
loving
want.
this.
Are you actually mad? This is what we've wanted.
Okay, so everyone that was on slicks went on to intermediates, and Triss was on intermediates went on to slicks.
I'm confused.
We all know what the better tyres. He just witnessed himself. He just did himself blast past everyone.
Maury is in the commanding position right now. I am so excited. This situation. Kevin needs to pit. Kaiki is on intermediates. You've got Gokus on intermediates. You've got Vita. You've got Triss on slicks for some reason. This is mega. Like, this is actually insane.
This is Mari's chance to get her victory back from Baku. I see it from the rebirth before we start the season over. Because she won in Baku, but then we restart the season, didn't we? After, so she's looking to get that win back from what she had back in Baku. I mean, she probably would still take the credit for that, and Goku's still on there. So I don't know if it's on purpose, not sure, but try and get him in.
But it looks like, Matt, the track, well, the rain has stopped falling, like, as heavily.
I don't know. It's still... Maybe because the car's not moving as quickly? I don't know.
Maybe. Mega, I want to know what happened between Nate and Phoenix and all them, because that was
I just saw an AlphaTauri sideways, and then I was on board with Triss, and Triss did avoid in action. He still went through them anyway. I mean, he probably actually avoided them, theoretically, if he actually stayed on the racing line. But trying to take avoid in action, he got basically caught in that. Not caught in it, but he had to go through it and slow down. He actually lost position to Kevin and then somebody else by doing so, as those two guys actually kept going. Then back out. So, I mean, it's difficult because when people ghost, it's hard to trust it. You think you want to avoid it anyway, just to be sure. But at the same time, most likely it always does, just late. So
interesting. Sorry, Nathan and Phoenix have both picked soft compound tyres. This is interesting.
Maybe the track does look is actually drying out slightly. The rain has slowed down slightly. Maybe the track is drying out now.
Oh, Maury.
I mean, you don't know. It's could track still could be wet enough for line now, but just like the rain is slowing down. It looks like Flippy and might be in the best position here. I think Viberin on his softs might be a little bit too warm maybe when he gets into the race. I'm not sure.
Oh,
I don't know.
Maury.
Yeah, it does seem like it's starting to. I don't know for me, but my angle, it looks like it is starting to drain out. Might stop raining at the end of this lap as well.
That is so annoying. Because I really wanted Mari, you know. Yeah, yeah. Sorry for my language here, but Mari's fault.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Look at how dry the track. This race, Matt, has literally been.
It stopped raining.
This race has been the UK in a nutshell.
The track's almost dry already. Like
This is the UK in a nutshell.
This is Turkey from last year now, where the track's not. You know what? This track is completely bone dry now. It's just gone bone dry.
I don't know what tarmac they're using at the Paul Ricard circuit, but it's definitely waterproof. Here we go then. KTSE Felipe is going to be leading these cars. He's not doing a very good job of the restart, is he? Or isn't the safety car coming in? I don't know.
What? I don't know what if these guys decide to stay out in intermediates.
Well, I don't know what Felipe's doing.
Yeah, Mari's going in.
He's not back in the pack.
Mari's in the
What's
pits.
going on? I'm confused. Mari's in.
Safety car's in.
Yeah, those intermediate runners. That's it. They're done for now. But here we go for Reno down the straight. The three Brazilians in the top three. He's done. Tier 2 throws up in a P2. And the French Grand Prix. What the move? Here we go.
TJ's on 16 lap hold hard. So he's going to be a massive advantage.
This is incredible. This is as dry as you.
Like, you can put two different sides of the spectrum.
What? Anyway, Kevin's on the back of TJ, and Fabrino's going for the lead of the French Grand Prix. Look at this.
Oh, it's so close.
Look at this down the straight, overtake mode, stop tyres, up the inside of the McLaren.
Oh, the corner, the McLaren's holding it.
Outside, have a better line on the end. Here we go, it's a curve. Oh, here we go. Side by side down the back straight. Here we go. Side by side. Ladder. No Brazil.
Don't forget that Biebering was having collisions and stuff. He was in battles of Tier 2 for the midfield. He's now weirdly trying to fight for the win in Tier 1.
And he's done it round the outside. What a move.
No, the McLaren's back on the inside. He's done it.
Round the outside goes Fabrino.
These cars are shaking everything up because Mari, all the intermediate runners are now 18 seconds behind everyone else.
It's crazy, but Trish is going to try and come back.
Wait, watch out for Nath here. There's 3 laps to go, there's still 4 laps to go. And Nath is now looking to try and get past these guys on the most freshest of softs.
This is insane.
Don't forget Trish is on the most freshest tyres out of everyone in that top 4. He's looking feisty, but don't forget has got a penalty to look at. And Philippe and Kevin and Fabian don't. So if he wants to get past these guys, it needs to be right now and pull Flipping out.
I'm so sorry for the language, ladies and gentlemen, but this race is what we have been waiting for. Do you understand? This is what we've wanted. And now Felipe's on the defence from Kevin. Look at this down the straight. Side by side. They're not side by side.
It's no DRS. This is just pure slipstream.
Very late braking from Nath there, who's up the inside, putting a nose in on the Mercedes of AMS Triss as they come down the back straight then. The 25th time at this French Grand Prix, Matt. This has been an absolute cracker. You understand? This has been what we've got
6 cars within about 2 seconds.
Phoenix is
look at this train
in it as well. Look at the pace advantage Phoenix has got. On the back, Nathan
has gone for the dive off the inside Triss.
That was
inside curve.
Contact there.
Yeah, and that inside curve to that corner is like driving on a skateboard on snow.
Oh, and Triss is up the inside of Kevin. But that's going to give Nathan on. Look at the speed. Look at the speed.
Off-board is absolutely insane.
Overtake mode is enabled for the aftermind. Zero Edge is also enabled to do the after clusterfoot down into the chicane. And Nathan's giving the space on the outside as they come through turn
There's
1
got
and 2
penalty.
now, side by side. End of the Mercedes.
Oh!
Fan.
Tris
And
with
Tris
the little
was Audi there as well. As he comes steaming past into P number 5. And Maury is the quickest guy out on circuit. She is flying as Phoenix picks up a penalty for multiple warnings there.
What?
I'm here for this front row fucking seat. This is banging. Felipe then overtake mode is enabled on the back of Red Bull. They've got the other Red Bull of Kevin getting involved.
There's people weaving all over the place.
The inside the two Red Bulls. George's going to be putting his pants on the grid, the pit, whatever it is, where we speak shit to Verstappen. And Nathan's going to try and get involved now as they come through down the back straight. Here we go. Overtake mode is enabled for the Aston Martin. Good
Lights are
defending
flashing.
there.
Everyone's flashing. Everyone's using their overtake up.
And here we go, Nate's at the inside of the Red Bull. He's done it and he's done the Red Bull as well. Oh, this is incredible. And Nate is up in the P3 and he's hit the Red Bull.
Oh, Nate, yeah, he's hit back. Oh, there's AlphaTauri round, the Mercedes round. Oh, I think they had contact with each other and they spun each other around. But luckily, there's such a massive gap behind them. They haven't actually lost too many positions. So oh, and never mind, Trish has just spun it again on hot tyres. Trish has spun it on those red hot soft tyres. He's just spun
going on?
We've still got a four-way lead battle for the win, but Chizolaro, the fifth, is just not quite down on those hard tyres, but he's keeping up with it. But Nath right now is in a current disadvantage because he's got a penalty to run, and this is the last lap of the race. This is amazing scenes. I'm so glad you managed to come back in time because this is the best part of the race.
We came back. He's gone again. He's done a Felipe.
Yeah, there's hot tyres. The tyres obviously just haven't quite cooled down. Kevin's a little back in Philippe, but I think Kevin just hasn't. Philippe's been using kept his ERS in very good management, and that's what's keeping him in the head. His very good management on his ERS. He's got 25%. Kevin's already ran out. Below 10% is pretty much their battery, and Philippe has that advantage. Philippe still has that bit of juice left, and the slipstream is just not quite powerful enough. And it looks like Philippe might be the one that might be winning this race, but I don't want to script it yet because Kevin's looking all aggressive all over the back of him. Luckily, actually, these medium runners are actually pulling away here.
Come on, Felipe.
What a race has this been? It was a little bit iffy for from lap 3 to lap 10, but after that, it's been an absolute monstrous race. And it's just Sun has come out for Philippe to win the French Grand Prix. The Sun has come out. The Sun has come out for the victory. God has opened up, and he has acknowledged this race. He wants to see the last end, and Nath is left. I'm not sure. Oh, he's got a 20-second time penalty. That's just for him believing. That's a glitch in the game.
Where did he finish?
I believe he finished it. Oh, and the McLaren just under the barriers. He got there.
I am.
Got the AI finishing 10th and 11th. Oh, I'm 12th. And Tris is literally cutting every corner, and he's just destroyed his car.
I am bamboozled.
After all of that, the AMS guys are last.
The unfortunate for Tris there.
These guys' positions seem a bit of an alien.
He was running in a very good position as well, but he just, yeah, it didn't work out for the Mercedes today.
Wow. Whoa. Whoa.
Mad.
If it was tier 3 and I was commentating by myself, I would lost my voice about 20 minutes ago.
Mad. Crazy.
Absolute scenes. What are the witness? The weather's just absolutely shaked this race on top of his head. And now is your podium finishers for tonight. In the well, fun enough, a Red Bull second and third.
Kevin and Nath. Not Nath, obviously. Didn't
I think
finish
Nathan would have
seventh.
been P5 by the
He
end of that
was
race, I think.
third.
I'm not sure. I think it'd been that many penalties. I think he might have been 4th by the end of that with his penalties in the end.
Well, Will.
Yeah, he had one penalty, so that would have put him, I think, 4th?
We'll calculate that up
3rd?
when we are.
Because he would have been behind Vivian at the end.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the 22nd time penalty is obviously not actually supposed to be there.
I'm here for it. Front row seat, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. What a race. What a race that was here in France, Matt. I don't think Nathan's going to be able to be with us in the podium interview, but I'm here for it. Front row. Great race, Matt.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Felipe. Well done to Kevin. Fiorino as well came. Well, if what you're saying is true, then Fiorino's got a podium. So great scenes there from him.
You might can't see it, but I'm smiling right now.
Mad. Crazy scenes. So then, Matt, thank you ever so much for joining me once again here for the Tier 1 Championship. That was your French Grand Prix. Any final words, Matt, regarding the race?
Mind blown.
Crazy scenes here in France. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to watch the Tier 1 French Grand Prix. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Do join us next week.
Which is a break week.
Wow, next week is Hungary, but sorry, I forgot. So, do join me tomorrow for the Tier 2 British Grand Prix. You can join Matty for Tier 3 Britain on Wednesday. And then we do it all again next week with the Hungarian Grand Prix. No Tier 1 racing next week. It is a break week. No Tier 1 racing. So yeah, do join us tomorrow for the Tier 2 British Grand Prix. We'll see you then.